Hey guys, welcome back to Primp Your Life. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lauren, and I am so excited for today's video because I am starting a new series here on my channel where I'm going to be talking to you guys all about budget beauty. So let's be real with ourselves, you guys. The drugstore is becoming expensive, and if you like makeup like I do, you basically feel like you can't buy anything. You go to the store with $20. I feel like when I was a kid, at least in high school, I used to be able to go to the drugstore with $20 and get almost a full face of makeup, at least the type of makeup that I wore then, which was a lot less than I do now. And now you go with 20 bucks and you might get one foundation. It's getting expensive. So I've really been interested in checking out affordable brands, kind of like those brands that are more under the radar, maybe not as many people talk about them. Brands like LA Colors, Essence, Wet n Wild. I know Wet n Wild is pretty well known here on YouTube, but I just really want to investigate the brands, put the products to the test, maybe sample bits and pieces here and there, and then bring my research to you guys and help you save some money so that you can still feel beautiful and still enjoy makeup and playing with color and not have to spend so much money, because I would rather spend my money on something else. You know, I love makeup, I enjoy collecting it, I enjoy playing with it, but I would rather, you know, be able to go on vacations with my family and do other things with our hard-earned cash. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna have a sip of tea. My Earl Grey tea right here. Oh, it's so good. Earl Grey tea with a little bit of honey and a little bit of milk is heaven. It's pure heaven, you guys. I love it so much. Okay, so I picked up a bunch of bits and pieces here from Target. My Target just recently started carrying Essence Cosmetics, and that's what we're talking about today, by the way. We're going to talk about all about Essence. I'm kind of familiar with this brand because when I was living in Canada, I used a lot of their products just because it was so affordable. So if you're Canadian based, I know that at Shoppers Drug Mart you can get Essence products, and then here in the States I know Ulta carries Essence, and my Target has started carrying it. I don't know if all Targets are carrying it. I'm not exactly sure, but if your Target carries Essence, let us know in the comments. Let's just dive in and start with the face. I didn't pick up a foundation. I didn't really see anything that kind of struck my fancy, but I did want to try concealer. So I grabbed this little Essence Pure Nude Concealer Stick in the shade 20 Pure Sand. Here is what the packaging looks like, and here is the shade. It's just like a little twist up crayon, and I wasn't sure what to think of this because I didn't know if it would be waxy. But I felt like it's creamy. It's very creamy, kind of smells good, has like a light florally scent. The product itself blends out really, really well. The only thing I have to say about this is that for those of you who are like me and you're looking for a little bit more coverage, like I have a lot of redness in my cheeks and around my nose. I don't have a lot of darkness under my eyes, but I do have fine lines, and I like to brighten under my eyes with concealer. This started to really settle into my fine lines. It also settled into my pores around my nose. I don't know if I just didn't set it well enough. I'm not exactly sure, but I just felt like it kind of moved around on my face a lot. I didn't feel like it stayed put the way I would want it to, and I didn't feel like it had quite enough coverage for me. However, if you are in like middle school and high school and you're just looking for just a little bit of coverage, maybe you don't even like to use foundation, you're looking for something that's just creamy and easy to blend, you can throw it in your, you know, your backpack or your purse just to kind of touch up after gym class or whatever. I feel like this would work really well. It's very affordable. It was $3. It's not a terrible concealer. It's just definitely not right for me, but I can't like say, ooh, it's awful, don't try it, because I think for some people it would work really, really well. But for me, with my large pores and my fine lines, it just settled. I didn't mind the coverage, it wasn't quite what I was looking for. Let's just put it at that. Okay, next up are brows. I picked up this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. It looks like this. This looks very similar to a certain Benefit Give Me Brow. The packaging and everything looks very, very similar. This claims to have fibers in it, so it's supposed to help kind of like beef up your brows basically, and it has gel to hold your brows in place, and then it's also tinted, so it's supposed to be kind of like a one and done type of product. You can kind of just comb it through your brows and then you're good to go. This for me does a good job as far as holding my brows, like the gel part of it. I like the tint, but I did not feel like it filled them in good enough. The wand is really nice. It's a nice little tiny spoolie. I enjoyed how it combed out my brows and everything, but just for frame of reference, I did not fill my brows in like I normally do with like a powder or a liner. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's still some like bald spots and things that normally I would fill in. So this really did not do a good job with that. I felt like maybe if I had a darker shade, this is the one for blondes, it was the only shade that they had, maybe it might do better, but I think if I filled in my brows first and then I used this, I would still really like this as a brow gel. And for $2 to $3, I would definitely purchase this again as a brow gel because I like the spoolie a lot and I like the hold that it gave me. But as far as the claims, I don't think that it follows through with being a one and done brow product. Next up, I have some face products. I have a blush and also a bronzer highlight duo. So let's go ahead and start with the contour powder, as they call it. This has a little bronzer here on the side, and then you get your highlighter. The powder feels really, really smooth and nice. The highlighter is a little bit more gritty. I'm not exactly sure why, and it doesn't even really have chunky glitter in it. The bronzer is matte. And that's kind of what you're working with. I have fair skin, so I actually really liked the bronzer. I blended it in just kind of on the high points of my cheeks. I don't do a whole lot of contouring just because I don't like the way it looks on me. But as for just like kind of like wherever the sun would naturally hit me, I really enjoyed this for bronzing. If you have fair skin, I think you would like this a lot. It's a nice smooth powder. Just make sure you tap off your brush because it is kind of powdery. The highlight it's okay. I like a kind of a really bright highlight. This is more natural. So if you're somebody who likes a very, very subtle highlight, and I mean subtle, I do have it on. The sun is directly hitting me, so it's definitely giving it some help. But it's okay. It gives you a little bit of sheen to the cheeks, but it's not something that's going to give you that like bam highlight, if you know what I'm saying. But it was only I think it was $3 or $4 for this, so definitely affordable, and I would purchase it again just for the bronzer because I really did like the bronzer a lot. Next up, we have this little blush here, and this is in the shade 10. This is in the shade 10 Heat Wave, and it looks kind of like an ombre blush because it fades from like a pink to a peach, and this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I love the texture of this. Look at that, you guys. I'm barely touching it. It has a lot of pigment to it. It's a really pretty blush. I had to use a very light hand. Again, their powders, something I'm noticing with Essence products is their powders are very finely milled. They don't feel chunky or gritty, but because of that, they're almost so soft in the pan that if you go in with like a heavy hand, you're gonna knock a lot of powder out. So just make sure that you kind of like lightly tap your brush in and lightly tap it on your cheeks, or just knock off some of the excess. If you have a deep complexion though, this would be gorgeous. It will definitely show up and give you some full-on pigmentation. For me, I had to just like tap, 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 and then like I even like tapped it off of my hand a little bit and then went in with it. But really pretty. Definitely would recommend. I think this was between $3 or $4. Most of their products are between $3 and $4. So I can't remember the exact prices. I will try to look those up for you guys and put them in the down bar in case you are interested. Okay, so let's talk about eyes. I have an eyeshadow palette and I have a mascara. I'll go ahead and talk about the mascara first. This is the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. They also had one that was I Love Extreme Length, and I believe there was also a waterproof one. I was kind of drawn to this one because of the pink packaging. I'm not gonna lie. I love pink, and I love the shade of pink. I really enjoy Essence's packaging. It feels sturdy, and I wanted to say that about the blush as well. This looks like cheap plastic, but it feels like acrylic to me. Like, it feels like good sturdy packaging. This has a beast of a wand, you guys. It is a rubberized wand, and it has very short little bristles that are tightly packed. And what I like about wands like this, now this is huge, look at this compared to my eyeball. What I like about wands like this is they do a very good job of separating your lashes. However, this formula is extremely wet. It is a very wet mascara. And the little stopper on the inside allows a lot of product to come in and out. I don't know if you guys can see all that goop, extra goop hanging off the end. If you like to take the tip of your mascara wand and try to fan out your lashes like I do, you are gonna make a mess. So what I was doing is just taking a clean Kleenex and kind of just buffing it off onto the Kleenex before I went in, and then I found that it worked really, really well. The first time I applied this, I didn't do that, and my lashes were a clumpy mess. It was just all over the place. But once I started using the Kleenex, it worked really well. So if you know you're losing some product there, but for the price, I believe this was only $2. You can't beat that, you guys. I love the mascara. I love the length and the volume it gave me. It did a really good job curling my lashes. I did not need to use a eyelash curler. I just used the wand, and it really held my lashes up and in place. So I can't complain, and I did not find that it flaked or smudged on me during the day. It was really nice mascara, so highly recommend that. Next up is probably one of my favorite things I purchased. This is the Essence All About eyeshadow, and this is the grays version. They had a greenish colored palette, more of a bronze, more of a gold, and then a like rosy colored palette. These are only $5. The quality of these shadows is astounding. They are amazing, and if you guys have not tried these, I highly recommend them. The only thing I can say is that they don't have a lot of matte transition shades within some of the palettes. This one in particular did not have a matte transition shade. I believe the neutral one did, but this one only has two mattes. You have a matte white right here and then a matte black, and their mattes remind me a little bit more of the Urban Decay mattes. They're matte, but they have kind of a slight satin sheen to them. Nothing like glittery or anything like that, but the rest of the shades are pretty much straight up metallic shimmer, but they are soft and buttery. You are getting in here, let's see if I can do this, a cream, a pewter silver, a lilac kind of taupey shade, a deep charcoal gray with silver glitter, a true matte black, a slate blue, a true silver, and a matte white. And I will go ahead and give you swatches of these. Let me just kind of, I've been playing with makeup today, you guys, and it's kind of ridiculous. So I go wipe off my hand a little bit. All right, so let's start with these two whites. These feel soft and buttery and delicious. So there is your kind of cream shade, and there is your matte white. We'll do the two silvers. The true silver and the deeper, kind of more pewter silver. We'll do the taupey one and the slate gray. That's your taupe, that's your slate gray. Look at that. And your little black shades here. There you go. And you guys can see that pigmentation. It's excellent. These are a softer shadow. Like I said, Essence powders, something I've definitely been noticing about them is that they are very finely milled, and because of that, I'm just grabbing some makeup wipes. Because of that, you are going to probably get some fallout if you're not careful. Now, when I did my eye look, I really tapped off my brush, and because of that, honestly guys, I had no fallout under my eyes. I've had these shadows on for probably 4 or 5 hours now. I don't have any fallout, like continued fallout under my eyes. They've worn really, really well. I did use a good eyeshadow primer with them. I'm using my Urban Decay primer potion, and that has held on really, really well. I'm really pleased with how they blended. They didn't blend away. Some shadows that are softer, you put them on and you go to blend them out and they're gone. These don't do that. They're really nice. They have a good amount of pigmentation to them. So I don't know why I showed you my arm because I already wiped off the swatches. But yeah, it's just a really great little palette. I definitely think I'll probably go back and pick up some more. Maybe I can do some different eye looks for you guys. Next, I have one of my other favorites. This is the Essence liquid lipstick. I was silly, and when I opened this, I kind of peeled off the sticker, not thinking. So I don't know what this is called, but we'll just pretend it's called the Essence liquid lipstick. And I also don't know the shade name, but it is the light pink one. This was the only pastel-y light pink that they had, but they had a lot of other shades to pick from. You guys, I absolutely love this. If you are a fan of the NYX Butter Glosses, you will like this. If you're looking for a liquid lipstick that's going to dry to a matte finish or is transfer proof, that's not what this is. This is more of a lip gloss, but I still really like it. I like the consistency. This was between $3 and $4. I can't remember the exact price, but the little paddle here, I call it a paddle because it's not really a doe foot. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a paddle. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I will go ahead and give you a little swatch. It's a really nice pigmented gloss. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. I still want it on for you. It's not sticky. It goes on really, really smooth. I don't feel like it like settles into my lip lines or anything like that. And especially with a light shade like this, that can happen. But to me, it just kind of goes on really nicely. It doesn't feather out of my lip lines, but because it is a gloss, it wears like a gloss, you guys. It's not going to be the most long-lasting lip product. The smell of this, you guys, it smells like Jet Puff marshmallow fluff. Like you just popped open a tub. It smells so, so good, and it actually tastes good. Not that you should eat it, not that I was eating it, but you know what I mean. When you put lip gloss on, you kind of taste it. It has a good sweet marshmallow flavor. So I really like these. I'm definitely going to go back and pick up more. So overall, out of everything, you guys, I was really pleased. I thought that the products were great. My least favorite was probably the concealer. I don't see myself using this too much, to be honest. I'll probably find some kind of use for it, maybe as like a eyeshadow primer or something, but it's not something that I would definitely not use under my eyes or around my nose again, because I felt like it just settled into my pores under my fine lines. But yeah, that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you found this helpful or you like this style video, definitely give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it's free, and that means you get to see more of me and more videos like this, hopefully. So let me know also in the comments, what are your favorite Essence products, and if you have a brand that you want me to try out that's affordable, let me know, because I'm going to be looking for more brands like this to test out. I'll probably do more Essence products in the future as well. But yeah, so leave those little ideas down below, and remember that you are beautiful, you are special, you are unique, and nobody can tell you any different. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye!